Welcome to this edition of Shelby This Week. Here are some of the stories we have for you. The Shelby Township Fire Department learned new techniques vital in keeping residents safe. Those old metal license plates might be a thing of the past. And some of the very best drivers are right here in the state of Michigan. Learn about this new study. We have all these stories and more on this edition of Shelby This Week. Keeping the community safe is their #1 priority. In order to accomplish this goal, the Shelby Township Fire Department must continuously train and become well educated in helping others. Kyle Warsbach has more from a recent training session.
Crawling through a confined space poses a lot of risks for workers. The hazards within these spaces include lack of oxygen, a toxic or flammable atmosphere, and excessive heat. And thanks to a confined space training, the Shelby Township Fire Department is prepared to rescue a worker in trouble.
Anytime that somebody collapses in a confined space, we have to go through our protocols to go in and rescue them, and it becomes very intensive technically in certain spaces.
Doug Rose leads the technical rescue team in real-life rescue situations, and he explains how much goes into ensuring a successful confined space rescue.
So we used ventilation to clear out the space of any bad air. We used our breathing apparatus to give us fresh air throughout the entire thing. We also used attached lifelines to our rescuers so that they can go in and be secured so we can pull them out if something bad happens. And then we continually monitor the air as we're inside the space, so if something changes, we know that, and we may have to evacuate that confined space if it becomes severely hazardous, like if there's a possibility of any explosions or something like that. So we go in there, we find the victim, we package them up into a recovery device, and then we haul them out of that space.
But the key to any successful rescue is communication, and the technology the fire department uses makes it all possible.
Communication is really important. First of our initial is communication with any patient or victim that's inside of the confined space, and then communication within the team is important because we have certain skills that need to be accomplished once they're in the space. And we have multiple different ways to communicate. This way that we did today was we communicated through hardwired lines, and we were able to communicate with a microphone that attaches to their throat because they're masked up with our breathing apparatus.
For Shelby This Week, I'm Kyle Warsbach.
Macomb County officials are seeking the public's input on updating the hazard mitigation plan. The plan identifies natural and human-caused hazards that pose a threat to the community while highlighting solutions that reduce vulnerabilities. The plan is updated every 5 years, and it helps secure federal disaster relief funding. Brandon Lewis, who serves as the Director of Emergency Management and Communications for Macomb County, said public input is vital in order to prepare for hazards which impact the communities. County officials will host 2 town hall meetings, and both are open to business owners and residents in the county. The first meeting will be on February 6th at 7 p.m. at Utica City Hall, and the second will be on February 7th at Roseville City Hall at 7 p.m. If you have any questions, you are asked to call Brandon Lewis at 586-469-6327. Metal license plates may soon become a thing of the past in the state of Michigan. The state's legislature approved a bill which allows the use of electronic license plates. The digital license plate is a glass-covered digital display which is mounted onto the frame of your vehicle. They are equipped with computer chips and wireless communication systems, which can be customized through an app. Michigan becomes the 3rd state to approve a digital license. Riveter Auto created the first digital license plate. These plates do come at a cost according to the company's website. The price tag on these digitally advanced plates are $499 for a very basic one, and a more advanced plate is $799. There is no official date on when the company could start rolling out these plates for Michigan drivers. Drivers in the state of Michigan rejoice because you are the best. A recent study found Michigan has the best drivers in the United States. A study produced by Quote Wizard, an online insurance comparison marketplace, calculated a sum of weighted means when evaluating accidents, speeding tickets, DUI, citations, and fatalities. Here's what the site had to say about Michigan being number one. Congrats, Michigan, you're number one. If you want a stress-free road trip, pack your bags and head to the Great Lakes state. Drivers earn the gold medal thanks to less citations, speeding, and fatalities than last year. There's one catch: our study only accounts for insured drivers, and this state has plenty of rule breakers. Although Michigan's insured drivers are the best in the country, 1 in 5 don't have car insurance. Oops. Maine was ranked number one for having the worst drivers. Still ahead on Shelby this week, one doctor explains how you can manage your skin during the winter months. And an inclusive playground is headed for Whispering Woods Park.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at SaveTheFood.com.
Once there was a boy who did the same thing again and again. One day he was told he had autism. He got help and slowly learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Dry skin is no fun, and it seems avoidable for people during the winter months. Dr. Heather Orkis gives us tips on how to deal with our skin.
Winter takes a toll on our skin all over the place, our face, our body. So I see a ton of flares this time of year for patients with eczema, patients with psoriasis, patients with rosacea and acne rosacea. These are the moments that these patients flare from these diseases. It's cold, it's harsher, drier conditions, and these conditions on the skin, have that effect as well. So we're going to see more dry, scaling, kind of crusted skin that really just gets hit from the weather as well. So properly, identifying what that issue is, educating the patient on, what to do, how to use these gentle, more sensitive skincare products can make all the difference.
Making a difference in your skin could offer you some relief if your face this time of year experiences dryness. And to ensure you're getting all the right moisture to your face, you should change up your typical skin routine.
You should switch to a facial cleanser versus a facial soap. So if you're using a bar soap, switch to something that's called a facial cleanser, which is a little bit different. It's still going to clean your skin, but not have that stripping quality to it, which can be a little bit more harsh and harmful in the wintertime. Using more of a gentle cleanser is great out there. Many different options out there if you just go to the drugstore. Also using a moisturizing agent, morning and nights for most patients is necessary. Maybe sometimes in the summertime you can get away with just once per day, but usually morning and night, it's going to really benefit your skin. Your makeup's going to look better, your skin's going to feel better and look better at the same time.
Skincare can go a long way, but the number one thing you can do is listen to your skin.
Your skin's going to tell you everything that it needs. Pay attention to it, follow it. It'll give you cues. If you're red, if you're irritated, if you put on a product and it starts to burn, your skin's not ready for that. You got to take a step back or two, dial it back and use a little bit more gentle product on your skin. Sensitive skincare products, dialing back on the frequency of the retinol if that's what you're using for anti-aging purposes. Patients who have acne and they're on retinoids, prescription level, retin-A medicine, sometimes you just can't get away with using it every night. And that's okay. You just need to balance that out so you can reap the benefit of having this active agent drug on your skin, but not having the loss of the side effects of dryness, irritation, and redness.
Winter skin may come and go, but there is one thing Dr. Orquist stresses should stay consistent in your life.
So very, very important is to remind patients you got to wear your sunscreen 365 days out of the year, no matter what the weather. Put on your sunscreen just like you're going to brush your teeth every day in the morning. You want to wear at least an SPF 30. I do recommend products that have zinc or titanium based in them, and just make it part of your day-to-day habit. Don't even think twice. If it's raining out, you still need your sunblock. If it's a gray and a winter stormy day, you still need your sunblock. So never let that off the list of what you got to do in the morning.
The Kiwanis Club in Shelby Township received $20,000, and the money will be used to create a playground, but it won't be typical equipment.
So we're going to be putting in an all-inclusive playground so all kids of all abilities will be able to play together at 21 in Van Dyke. There is no park. When I started looking around, I know there's McKinley Park and they're putting in some equipment there, but there's no park within a 20-mile radius of Shelby Township that is all-inclusive. We're planning on putting in the rubberized surface and then a lot of the playground equipment that kids with braces on their legs or so that there's a wheelchair ramp so that they can walk up the wheelchair ramp so that it's much easier for them.
The all-inclusive opportunity at Whispering Woods Park has been a work in progress for the last several years. Health applied for this grant back in June. After months of waiting and a few revisions along the way, the grant was accepted on January 2nd. The Kiwanis Club here in Shelby Township was one of 15 groups throughout the world to receive grant money. The $20,000 will be used for phase 1 of the project, which will include a global motion and a glider. Their goal is to break ground in early summer and have the building complete by October. Currently, the Shelby Community Foundation is holding all of the group's funds. And while receiving this grant is a huge stepping stone, there is still more money needed to complete all of the phases. If you would like to donate to this project, you can visit shelbycommunityfoundation.org/non-endowed-funds. If you are on the job hunt, well, you might be in luck because a new business in Shelby Township is hiring right now. Just Love Coffee Cafe is hiring baristas and kitchen staff. Their location on Van Dyke will be opening soon, and they are in need of some hardworking people to service the shop. The pay starts at $9.50 an hour. You must be at least 16 years or older. The cafe offers a variety of coffee and serves breakfast and lunch options. This is the first location in the state of Michigan. If you are interested in applying, visit them online at justlovecoffee.com/job opportunities, Shelby Township. Coming up next on Shelby This Week, State Representative Doug Wozniak will host office hours. And there will be no Sweethearts candy this Valentine's Day. Find out why and when you can see them back on shelves.
Looking for a great time with family and friends? Roll on over to the new rink. We offer roller skating, games, an arcade with prizes, and even an extreme bounce zone for the kids. Let us host your next birthday party or reserve your private event in one of our banquet rooms. Check out La Rev Dance Company and 2SP Sports Performance located right inside our building. Schedule your next event with us. Visit the new Rink Roller Sports Complex on Van Dyke, just south of 23 Mile Road in Shelby Township.
Local residents can meet with State Representative Douglas Wozniak on February 4th from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. He will be hosting office hours at the Washington Township Activity Center. Representative Wozniak says hosting these office hours will be his top priority. No appointment is required. If you are not able to attend but have questions, you can contact Wozniak at 517-373-0843, or you can email Douglas Wozniak at house.mi.gov. Sweethearts candy will not be on shelves this Valentine's Day. Necco, the maker of Sweethearts, went out of business last year. Spangler Candy Company purchased the brand and says there just isn't enough time to produce the candies before February 14th. Don't worry though, the company promises they will be making their return to shelves for Valentine's Day 2020. The heart-shaped conversation candy has been produced since 1886. According to CandyStore.com, Sweethearts were the most popular candy for the holiday these last 2 years. That's all we have for this edition of Shelby This Week. Remember, you can always watch us online or on Facebook. Just search Shelby TV. Thanks for watching.